my stitchy friends, welcome to Cross My Stitches. My name is Jackie and I have been gone for a little while, not that long, but a few weeks, and I'll explain about what happened in a minute. So much for joining me today. It is November 2nd, 2023, and I am drinking out of my Snowman cup here because we've all had a blow of winter in the last couple days. And I am drinking some cinnamon spice herbal tea, so that's really good on these cold winter days. It has been in the low 20s here the last couple nights. The high today or yesterday was 40. I think it's supposed to be 50 today. So I'm enjoying it. I don't know about anybody else, but I am loving this blast of cold. I look forward to the winter. I know a lot of you are saying, oh no, we'd rather have summer, but I'm a winter girl. So, and as you can see, I'm filming in a spot that's a little different than I filmed in before. This is my living room, and you can see part of my patriotic display up here. I started getting things on the wall, so it was really nice to be able to get the patriotic stuff up. I have patriotic stuff behind me on this bookcase, and of course you see that's not patriotic right there. That's Jingle Bell collar for the dog, and something else there. But I'm starting to get all my pictures and stuff up on the wall. We've been here 3 years. I think it's about time that I get stuff up on the wall. And so my husband's been helping me. We have all the rest of the walls right now pretty much bare. So I have family photos and stuff to get up, and cross stitching that I want to keep up year round to get up, and my holiday stitching to go up. And before we know it, it's going to be Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and then bam, it's 2024. And we start all over again. So I'm here today to share with you my crafty adventures, mostly cross stitch. I did bring in some wool applique to show you that I'm working on, as well as another project. You'll see denim sitting over here on my shoulder. Another project that I started that I thought was kind of fun to do as well, so I'll share that. Sorry you're hearing my phone beep. I put it on silent, but it will still send the notifications through. So let's get started. I've been doing some stitching in the last 3 or 4 weeks. I did have a schedule change at work, so I am now off on Fridays and Saturdays. But I'm videoing this one on Thursday because I have plans on Friday. I'm going to meet some friends that are at a stitching retreat. I am not staying at the retreat. I'm just going to visit for the day, which is nice because it is close to me. It's about 30 to 35 minutes away from me, and they were all booked up, but I was able to the fact that I could go over and spend the day with my stitchy friends, including Jennifer Ketterman, who is stitching in the bluegrass. So I'm excited to see Jennifer again. And hopefully she and I will shoot some little video or something while I'm there tomorrow. And then Saturday I will be spending the day with my husband. He has plans for us to go up into Lexington to do a little shopping, which will be fun. Anytime he wants to go into Lexington, which is not that often, I'm ready to roll, because then I get to look at thrift stores and the peddlers malls and stuff and things like that, which is lots of fun. So, but right now, let's share some stitching. So I do have some finishes, albeit they are small finishes. I will take a finish any day of the week. I have started working on Christmas ornaments again. And again, I have so many ornaments already stitched that I need to get fully finished. I'm hoping Sunday, which I'm off Sunday too, that I will be able to take my sewing machine out and make up some ornaments, some pillows. I have pillows to finish. I have stuff that I need to get framed that I do have the frames for, but I need some mat board and some other things. I probably try to go to Hobby Lobby after I film this, and then just try to get things done. I have my son's stocking to finish, and then a bunch of ornaments that are either going to be flat folds or they're going to be actual ornaments or something. So I need to get those finished. So hopefully Sunday, if my husband can find things to do to keep him occupied, I'll be able to go into my craft room and be able to work on those things. So I'm hoping that I will be able to do that. Let's start with what I've finished so far. So the first one is a Doreen Jones, and it is in her Etsy shop. And I'll show you a picture. I'm showing pictures on my phone. And this is what it, whoops, go back. This is what it looks like. It's called Snowman Star, and she has 2 sets of them. This is, oops, hold on, let me fix my lighting. I didn't think about that. Let's see if I can fix my screen lighting here. Location, eye comfort shield. Let's see if that works. Unprepared, I should have checked to make sure this was working. There we go. So there they are. There's 2 of them you can see in the bottom there. And I think I'm going to have to fix this light some more. And then you put a fabric around it. You see it wraps around to the front. Let me see if I can fix this a little better than that in my settings. I should have known to turn this thing down when you do these kind of things. Display, brightness, go down. There we go. Okay, so let's go down. Let's go back to where we were. Okay, so let's see if you can see it now. Oh yeah, that might be a little better. But again, that's Doreen Jones. And they're in her Etsy shop. They're so cute. There's this pair, which is 2 snowmans. Let's see if I can knock that out so you can see it. There we go. 2 snowmen, and then the other one is 2 Santas. So I've got the 2 snowmen to do, and I finished the stitching on one of the snowmen, and I am doing it on a piece of 14 count blue Ada. I don't think it has a name. It's just blue dyed, and I'm not sure if I dyed it or somebody else dyed it, but there's my first finish. Here he is right there, and it's quite large. You can see next to my hand, he's a good size. And I'm going to try, he's going into that Sunday pile to see if I can finish it. She has really good directions on how to finish her 3-dimensional type stitching, which is great. So she has these little bauble ones, and she has these, and she has a couple other things, biscornues and boxes and stuff, and she has absolutely great directions in order to finish them. So I'm excited to try to finish this one. I want to get the other one stitched up. I don't know if I'll get that done by this Sunday, but I will try to put this on my list to get it done before Christmas so I can get it stitched up. We have a brand new, and of course I'm getting itchy nose now. It's that Flosstuber itchy nose that everybody gets. I don't know how that happens. Hold on a minute. Get a tissue. Oh, horrible. Now I need to drink up my apple cider. Herbal apple tea, whatever the heck it is. And so that was my first finish. My second finish was a 3-parter. I had 2 of them done. One is fully finished, one is in the waiting pile, and then I had this one. And then when I pulled this bag out and found out that it was in here and it wasn't done, I grabbed it and finished it. It took me less than 2 days to get it done. And it is the Hands-On Designs Oh Christmas 3. This was the special pattern you could purchase last year at the Jingle Ball. So it looks like this. And I thought these were absolutely adorable. The first one that I did was the Noel one, and I think that's the one that I have in the plastic bubble, you know, just single bubbled. And then the second one and third one I have not finished yet. I don't know if I'll put all 3 in the little bubble. I might put the other 2 looking like these here, because I feel like the bubble is too thick. If I could find the narrow bubbles, I would put them in the bubbles. But I've looked at Hobby Lobby, all they have is the big round one. They don't have the discs. And I need the disc that come into 2 pieces. And I imagine I could probably order them on Amazon or something, but I don't know if I'll go to that extent this year. So those are that, and then I finished the last one, which was the Joy with the houses. There's my finish, and I love these. These are so cute. They're so fast. I'm hoping she's releasing them. If she hasn't released them yet, she might release them for this Christmas time. And it's all done in a, I want to say it's DMC. I know I did mine in DMC except for one. I'm trying to see what it says. Or it might be Fancy Floss. Yeah, they had them. She has it now. It's stitched on. This is stitched on chalkboard, 32 count chalkboard. That's what this is stitched on. She did hers on the cover on 16 count chalkboard or charcoal Belfast linen. And it looks like the colors she used are DMC, but I changed my Joy one. Now, see, her piece is not in DMC. I don't know what she... says it's Moonlight. That must be a... Hold on. Let me flip it over here. Oh, Color and Cotton Threads. So it was Moonlight. But I had one called... and it was a Victoria Motto Sampler Threads. I want to say Blue Bonnet. And I just love the varication. I did all three of them like this with this blue bonnet. Don't look at my nails. They're horrible. But I think that blue in the Joy is just so cool the way it came out. So I love that color. So that's my second finish. And I am keeping these in my little project bags that I've made myself. This is one of them. I sold several of those a year or so ago. The other one is in a project bag that a viewer made for me, which was really cool when I first started doing Flosstube. So I still have that and still use it. The next finish is my Cricket collection, and they're the mittens. I've shown this before because I've done several of these mittens. I've done that one right in the middle here. I've done this one here, which you'll see again, and now I've done the reindeer. And these are so cute to do, and I'm doing this on a 28 count white linen. And here's the one I showed you before. You can see it's a good size. I mean, I like them that size on the 28. And there's the bunny again. And then this is the deer, and I just finished that today. I had quite the time with this one because I stitched the deer in the color that it said, which I thought was kind of odd because it says that the deer is in, it says tan, and then it says DMC 3022. Well, DMC 3022 is more of a, let's see, it is more of a, move. Trying to pull it out here for you. I've got two colors on here. One's the tan, and then this one here. This is actually 3022, which is like this greeny gray. So I didn't want to use the greeny gray. So I pulled out this, which was 422, to do this one. I got it, after I got it most of the way done, and I started stitching the white around it, I decided, oh, I didn't like it at all. I thought it kind of blended in with that cream that's all around it. So I pulled it out again and restitched the deer in a darker brown. And don't ask me what color it was because I didn't write that down. And so I like it now. He stands out quite a bit from the mitten. So I think he came out perfect. The only thing that I did change besides the deer is all the white stitches. All the stitching is 2/2. The white on this is 3 strands over 2. Because I put the regular 2/2 strands and it looked so sparse that you could almost see the fabric through it, and I didn't like that. You can't see the fabric through any of the rest of it. So I did a 3/2 to make the little white in the stocking or in the mitten pop. So I really like it, and I think I'm missing some stitches. I just noticed. Am I missing stitches? I'm not missing stitches, but I'm not liking how that looks. You see right here? Oh boy. You see right there? It looks like it's got an indent or something. Something's missing. I'm going to have to add some stitches in there. And then hopefully I will get these completed. And I do make them into little stockings because I think that's super cute to hang on my tree. My husband and I did buy, I think I said this, but I'm not sure. My husband and I did buy a 7.5 foot 7.5 foot tree last year on the after Christmas sales at Walmart, and I got it for 75% off. So it was a great deal, and I was happy to get it. So those were, nope, one more finish. One more finish, one small finish. And this one is, I don't think I got a picture of this one. It is Winter Animals by the Little Stitcher on Etsy, and I did not get a picture of that one, so unfortunately I don't think I did. Let's see. No, I didn't, so I can't show you that. But this is the finished first one. And I did it on this petty point. I think it's a 28 count petty point. And there's the little deer completed. So yeah, that'll be a pillow. Or it might be an ornament. I might make it into an ornament and hang it on the tree. We'll see. And then while I've got it out, and it's all 2/2, I started the fox. And if I can find a picture of these in a minute or two, then I will show you what they look like, because I absolutely adore these patterns. She's got the cutest designs. The only thing is she never does a sale. She never has a sale on her patterns, so I'm not sure why, but I haven't seen one before. So let me see if I can find it on here. I think it's called Woodland Animals. Let's see, Woodland. Right there, Winter Animals. So this is what they look like. It is the Little Stitcher on Etsy. You can see the deer and the fox, and I still have a squirrel and a crow and a robin, I believe, to stitch on there. But the fox, look how cute he is. He's cute. I can't wait to get him done. So let me save that picture because I'll need it next time. Nope, that wasn't it. Let's try it again. There we go. Okay. So that's another finish. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 little finishes and one new start. I have been working on this and I can't remember the last time I showed it to you, so I'm just going to show it to you again. If you've seen it and I haven't done any progress, I apologize. This is called Cats. It is from one of the cross-stitch magazines, one of the Christmas ones, ornament issue, I think. It is called Kitty's Christmas. And what threw me on this one is this is the design here, which is just absolutely adorable. Look, hold on, let me do it this way. And she's just a kitty with the mouse, and she's got the ribbon, and she's a black cat, and I have a black and white cat, but she's mostly black. So I really love that. And this is by, oops, I knocked it out. Stop. This is by Kesslin's Creations. So it's called Kitty Christmas. And what threw me was it was supposed to be 3 1/4. It says on 28 count, white Lugana. It says it is supposed to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Well, that's not true because I've already only got the hat done. I'll show you where I'm at. And this is on a piece of 35 count periwinkle by Weeks Dye Works. I've only got the hat done. Look how big it is. I haven't even got into her body yet. That's her eye. So I'm like, there's no way this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I look up at the stitch count and it says 92 by 91. I'm like, that's definitely not 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 because we all know 45 or 50 is a little over 3 inches. So of course I put it in the calculator and I looked and it's 7 inches square. That is definitely not so. That is definitely a typo on the pattern. And again, I can't tell you which magazine it's from. I don't see that in my picture at all. But it is super cute and I want to get this done by Christmas. So we'll see, and if not, then it will definitely be a finish for next year. And I'm probably going to have to do like a flat fold or something because I think it's too big to be an ornament at this point, but I don't want to give it up or change what I'm stitching on. I'm stitching on 35 count. So it's going to be smaller than 7 by 7. That was on 28 count, but I think it's going to be too big for an ornament. We'll see. We'll see. So I have that, and then I started, I don't think I've shared this at all, I started these patterns. This is Mrs. Claw's Mitten, and it is by Living on the Rainbow. She's got livingontherainbow.blogspot.com, and she has free patterns of different mittens. And this is the Mrs. Claw's Mitten. It's made to look just like the Cricket Collection's mittens. And I have been working on this at work when, and I've got thread hanging here, when I'm stuck in a spot where I can't go anywhere and I just have to wait for customers, I will pull this out and work on it until they come along. This is where I'm at with it. I've got most of the red done with a little bit of the white, and I still have to do the bottom of the mitten. So hopefully I will get this done in the next couple days, because there is a Mrs. Claus mitten, a Mr. Claus mitten, not Mr. Claus, Santa Claus mitten, and an elf mitten. So 2 red mittens that look like Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and then one that's green, that's an elf mitten. But they're super cute. She's got all different types of designs, not only Christmas, but she has Halloween ones and different seasons, different things, like there might be ones that are more towards the spooky side and stuff. So just really cute. She does some freebies. I think she also has she has a Etsy store called Living on the Rainbow. It's all one word. And I'm enjoying stitching on that. And I am stitching this one on a 16 count Aida. I tried doing it on an 18 count Aida, and I really didn't like. It's going to be a little smaller than the other ones. I didn't like how it was coming out. I felt like you could see through the whole thing, and I wasn't happy. And I really didn't want to do 3/3 or 3/1. So I chose to just switch it for now. I may finish the other one at some point, but I just wanted to get that switched. I don't remember if I showed this one lately, but this one is called Buffalo. Hold on. Buffalo, go back. It's called Holly Jolly Buffalo, and it's supposed to look like this. And I was going to stitch this and then not stitch the holly and the berries, because it reminds me of our trip to North Dakota, when we went to North and South Dakota, when we went to the Buffalo Roundup and wanted that hanging on my tree. And I finished the buffalo, and it is on I'm thinking it's a 16 or 18 count Aida. And I decided after looking at it for a little bit, I'm going to put the holly berries and the holly on it. So I got to get that finished up. Another one. Could I get it done by Sunday? We'll see. We will see. Now on to the bigger things that I've been working on. One is map of Haw Run Hollow, and I've really done a lot on this. I mean, it doesn't look like I've done a lot, but it's a lot of stitching. So I'm glad to have this one started and picked up again. This is one of my oldest whips. This might be my third or fourth oldest whip. And I started it, and then it got put down, and I never picked it up again. And this is where I'm at right now. I'm all the way down to the bottom with the wing. I left, you can see I have empty space there. And let me fold it over. So I left empty space down here, so when I go tomorrow to the retreat to visit with Jennifer, I'm going to stitch this part, which I won't have to look at the pattern for. I can just fill it in. And I got all this done down here, all of this, and then all this wing up to here, and got it outlined so I knew where I was going with it. So I'm really happy with the progress on this. This is a 36 count doubloon that I over dyed with tan Rit dye just to make it a little darker. Sorry about the wrinkles, but I just love it. I love that hawk. And I pick this up as much as I can to get work on it when I'm at home. And night after work or something, I might pick it up 1 or 2 nights. So that is coming along, and that will be going with me to the retreat. the pattern again. I've also been working on Sleepy Hollow, Glendon Place. Let's see if I can get this out. There we go. Everybody knows what that one looks like. And I'm getting there. I'm trying to get the horse and rider finished first. So that's what I've been working on. And this is 32 count Hogted Lugana by Picture This Plus. And this is where I'm at with it now. I did work on this again this week. And you can see that I'm heading up towards the top of the horse here. This is his mane and stuff you'll see right there. And then the rider's got his butt in the seat and his leg. But that's as far as I've got with it so far. I'm not sure if I'll get anything else worked on this year because I do have a lot of ornament stitching to do. So it'll probably get put away unless I have a day where I just feel like pulling it out and spending the day working on it. Because it is a wonderful stitch. I enjoy it a great deal. But Halloween is over now, and on to the next things. I really need to start stitching outside of the season. I know a lot of people love to stitch in season. My problem is if I'm stitching in season, then I'm not getting it finished in time to put it up for that season. So I'm thinking in January, I might start stitching summer. So I'm going to start, if I don't have any summer stuff, then I will start stitching the spring. But I want to get ahead of the game in my stitching. So I really want to, especially with the seasonal type stitching, I really want to get it so that I'm working on it ahead of time so I can get it fully finished and up where I want it before the season starts. That only makes sense for me, even though sometimes I want to stitch in the season. Like come next year, I have a piece that I want to start, and I'll show it in a little while, that I want to start on the first day of snow day, the first snow day, which is of course in season, but I want to at least get it started on the first snow day, and then every time it snows, I'm going to, or every time there's snow on the ground, I should say, I'm going to get at least 100 or 200 stitches in it. If it snows, I'm going to try to do 500 stitches. So 500 stitches on a snow day, and then 200 until the snow melts, and then again another snow day. It's going to be 500 stitches, and then as long as it's on the ground. So just a fun little game that I'm going to play to try to get this piece done. It was a gift from another stitcher, so I really want to get it started and work on it because I absolutely love it. So, but I'll share that when I share the things that I've gotten. And then I have Rose Quaker, and this is Stickendien van der Wegenberg. And everybody has seen this as well. My plan was to get one of the little motifs done a month. I was doing good for a couple of months, and I've kind of fell off. I started one in October, but I did not finish it in October. So I'm going to try to get it finished in November. And I got a thread hanging from this too, so sorry about that. But it is, I'm doing this one right here, this little circle with the flower in it. And so this is where I'm at with it. And this is stitched on a 36 count Winter Moon by Swigart. And there's the whole thing. And of course, if I fold it, you can see the design that I was working on, which is this. I'm on that, completing that circle, that wreath of branch. And I want to get that done in November and then go on to December and try to get something done in December, because by the time December hits, I probably won't be doing any more Christmas or anything. I'll be doing more winter stitching. So let's see if I can hold myself to the fire, so to speak, and get this done this month in November. Get this part of a motif that I need to get done. I did forget one project. I'm going to, where is my, okay, I'm going to put you on hold for just a minute because I forgot one project in my car and I want to share that as well, so hold on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so my last project that I wanted to share, and I didn't want to forget to share this, was my, let's see if I can come up with a picture now. My little, there it is. I got a little Android device in order to use Pattern Keeper because I wanted to try it because I started a full coverage piece. And I'm really enjoying working on the full coverage piece, and I started it in Pattern Keeper and then I ended up moving it to Markup RXP, which I enjoy much more. Only because it is in color, the screens, not the prompts, it's in color. I mean, Pattern Keeper is pretty much black and white. I mean, it will show color, and it shows you your color things, but it's kind of black and whitish, and it's much more easy for me on Markup RX. I like the way that the markups are done. I like the way it tracks things, so I'm really enjoying that. So I do have Pattern Keeper, but I'm not, uh-oh, I think my thing is dead. Yep, I think my little thing is dead. Let me see if I can find a picture on my phone. Hold on. I am not very prepared today, apparently. Should be under my stitching, cross stitch. So I am doing, where are you? There you are. It is called Jackolantern stained glass window. And so there it is right there. And once I saw this, I knew I had to try to do full coverage. And I absolutely love this. And I have several full coverage saved. My favorites, this is from Etsy. If you need to know, just send me a message below who this is. It is called, I can't remember. Phantom something is the designer. I can't remember. But if you want to know, send me a message and I will let you know who the designer is. And I'm still working on the black on this. And of course this has a thread hanging too. And I'm using 20 count Easy Grid. And I'm almost done with all the black on page 1, and that's what I'm working on right now to get all the black that looks like the stained glass lead. I want to get all that done, and then I'm going to start adding the color. So I'm really enjoying working this, and I do this on my lunch break. So when I go out to my car to eat my lunch, because sometimes I like to get away from the noise and everything else. Sometimes I need my heated seats for my back and stuff, so I go out, eat my lunch in my car, and then I start stitching on this. So I'm trying to get this black all the way down through here, and then I think I have some stuff over here, and then it will be a page finish, and I can start adding in the color. So I'm excited about that. But I only get about 30 minutes a day, 4 or 5 days a week, and so that's going to take me a while. That is not a quick fix kind of stitch. So that, and I'm turning red. I apologize. I have apparently triggered either hot flash or my blood pressure is spiking a little, probably because I ran over and got that bag, but it'll go away in a minute, don't worry. So that's all the things that I have been stitching on. I have other crafts to show you today before I get into my little acquisitions, we'll call them. And the first thing I want to share with you is some wool applique. So I have started working on my wool applique. And for those of you that don't do wool applique, it is very relaxing to do. And it is quite easy to do. I know you're all looking at me saying, I don't need another craft. Well, I like to have mixed crafts. And everything involves thread and needle, which is great. I'm just doing a different form of needlework. But I really enjoy doing the wool applique. And so I got this little kit last year for Christmas from my husband. And I'm going to pull it out of the plastic so you don't have to look at it all shiny and stuff. And it is by Penny Lane Primitives, and it is called Spring Blossoms Table Mat. So I'm working on spring, and I'm doing the one on the bottom. And this was a fully kitted project. So I bought this from Penny Lane Primitives, I believe, and they are on, maybe not. This came from Penny Lane Primitives. You certainly can buy it on their website, pennylaneprimitives.com, but I think I got it in an Etsy store. I feel like I just heard someone knock at my door, but it's wide open, so I don't see anyone. So I got it in an Etsy store. It's fully kitted, and it comes with all the wool and the pattern. And the wool on these particular patterns are not 100% wool. They're more of a wool blend, like a wool felt. So the kit doesn't cost that much. It's probably $25, $26, but it comes with all the fabric. So I've already cut out all my pieces. So it looks, you know, this is my piece, and it's stiff because I have the paper still on it. This is the backing piece, the final backing piece. And then I got this wonderful idea from somebody somewhere about using one of these plastic chip trays to sort all my little goodies. So that's what I'm doing. I picked this one up for $1 at a thrift store. And I've got all my cutout pieces, little flowers. These are tulips. If I put them together, you can see what they look like. They're tulips. So it looked like this, like a little tulip. And then you got stems. And I also found out that if I need little dots, instead of trying to cut them all out, if I put a adhesive backing on them, which is normally what I do, I use heat and bond light to adhere everything before I stitch, that I can actually punch through them, make little circles with my puncher. If I just try to do just the wool, it won't cut it. But because of that paper backing, it goes through really nice. So I have that all set up and ready to start fusing and start sewing, and I may take that to work with me on days that is really slow, and then I can get away with pulling that out and working on it without anybody having to fit over it. And I've also have this one that I want to start next. Now this one is a Jerome Thomas Designs. Let's see if I can pull this out. And it is Santa. It's called Dash Away, and I bought this as a full kit. And his kits are much more expensive. It might have been $60 or $70 for that Santa kit, but his come with all wool. It is 100% wool. Absolutely love this, and he always sends a little thank you note, and I bought this last year, and he always sends these little thank you notes with a personal hand note that says, "Welcome and happy Thanksgiving, Jackie, Jerome." So it's really nice. He does these little notes, and it comes fully kitted with all the wool fabric. And of course, I will use either pearl cotton or DMC to do the stitching. So I have that one I want to get done. I don't know if I'm going to get it done in time for Christmas, but I'm going to try. And I'll give you a tip. Oh, and it comes with also, this was the other kit. It came with the floss as well to do it. And that needs to go in there. See, I've already got everything all mixed up. That's black floss that goes with my full coverage piece that I took off of it to show you. That's back. Also give you another tip. If you like doing wool applique, I go and buy skirts at the thrift store. So my husband and I were on vacation in the middle of October, and we decided to travel around our own state, Kentucky, to see all the great things. And I will talk about that at the end of the video. That'll be the life update thing. But he took me to quite a few thrift stores and stuff because he enjoys going too. And I bought several skirts at a Goodwill on a Sunday. They do the 99-cent color code of the day. And I got 100%, ooh, that blows that out, but it's darker than that, see? 100% wool skirts that I'm going to cut up for wool applique. So I'm felting these right now. I've already cut the lining out of them. I've thrown them through the washer on hot and then put them in the dryer on hot. And I've already done it once, so now I'm going to release all the seams and stuff and then throw it back in for a second time and then dry it again, and it'll be perfect for felted wool, which means it will not fall apart when I start cutting and using it. So I've got a red one. I got This one, which is just a short little skirt, but it was the color that I loved. It's a tan with this brown. It's just really nice. It make nice wool felt item for something. And then I got a black one, same thing, nice long skirt, 100% wool, 99 cents. And I got a navy blue one, which I don't know if this color will show. It is a navy, yeah, probably see there. It's a navy blue. So I'm going to be cutting those up today and putting them back in the washer again and using those for wool applique. So I have lots of wool applique patterns, and what makes it easy for me anyway is that I can set them all up to be cut and then take them to work with me when I'm working on certain days that I'm kind of stuck and I can't do anything. I take them and I cut them, all the patterns out while I'm there. So all I have to do is come back home and iron them on, and then I can start stitching on them. So those will go into some project sometime. So those are all the things I have been doing for the last 3 or 4 weeks, how long it's been since I think it's going on 4 weeks now since I videoed last. So let's talk about what I got. And the first thing I want to share is a wonderful gift that a stitcher sent me. I put out a message on one of the groups that I was looking for this particular pattern that was out of print, and it's a dimensions kit. And this wonderful woman contacted me, said she had it in her stash and that she would send me the entire kit because she had no plans of getting it. She said she has so many things to stitch she'll never get to it. And it is called Sunflower Snowman. And if you've seen this before, this is a hard to find kit. It usually costs you $50 or more on eBay. And she sent it to me for free. So I am just overjoyed with this. This is the pattern that I am going to start on the first snow day we have of next year, because I don't expect any snow days this year, but if we have a snow day this year, I will start it on that day. I've already started getting it ready for stitching. It is a complete kit with all the floss, and I've already set up my floss on floss drops so I can have it ready to go. I'm not using the kit Ada, because they always make their pattern, I think it's got like less than 2 inches on each side. So I've got my own Ada that I'm going to use, and I've already softened it up so I don't have to deal with stiff Ada, and I'm just going to use my white Ada that I've already got and start that. So I think I've already got that set, and I just need to get it in a project bag so I am ready when that starts. I did also get my fabric, and you're going to hear crinkles, and I apologize for that. My fabric from Brandy at Be Stitch Me for Fabric of the Month. It showed up yesterday. I get the 16 count Ada because I'm trying to stock my Ada pile. I've got plenty of linen and Lugana. And this one is called Sugar Cream Pie. And what a beautiful neutral it is. Look at that. It is beautiful. Let me try to... It is a beautiful sampler type neutral. So love it, love it, love it. That is really nice. So I love that. I think beginning next year I might switch my count. I'm thinking I might switch my count, and I might see if she has an opening in one of the other groups. And we'll see. We'll see. I'll send her an email and see if I can switch. But this is beautiful. Brandy, beautiful, beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. So that's the fabric I received. I did keep kind of a secret about something that I had purchased. And, well, not a secret, but I just didn't tell you guys that I had acquired something that was awesome back in September. And it showed up right before Halloween. And it is the Autumn Lane Stitchery Halloween box. And this is my first time buying a box. I'm not going to show the label because it has my address, but this is my first time buying a box from Autumn Lane, and I like the No Frills box. It was cheaper, didn't cost as much as the other boxes cost before. I'm waiting to see if she's going to do a Christmas or a winter box, and I'll decide if I'm going to jump on that too. but I'm sure everybody has seen what's in the box, but I'm going to share anyway because I can. So there's the front of the box. You can see it says Autumn Lane. It included this wonderful kit called Evening Stroll, and it is a cross stitch and bead kit that they designed and kitted themselves. So beautiful Halloween one. I'm hoping this should go pretty fast. It looks like it's on, it is perforated paper, and you can see that there's a frame there, and they did include the frame as well, which was super cool. So you can stitch it and get it framed right away. And I'm trying to see if it says who made the wooden frame. It does not say. I stay on my list, but I love that it came with the frame so you could get it done quickly. But I haven't started it. Let's see, does she say who the frame is by? Into the Trees frame is specifically designed for the Evening Stroll pattern. She doesn't say, so I'm thinking that they did it themselves. I know they have a laser cutter machine, so they probably made that themselves. There are several patterns in here which were so adorable. The first one is always the round design. This one's absolutely adorable. It is Trick or Treat, and these still have the plastic on them, so I'm not going to remove them. So this is my first Autumn Lane actual hard copy. So I have PDFs of their patterns. This is my first hard copy. So that's the first one. Second one is called Dance Party. Absolutely adorable Halloween, witch dancing with the cat, and all the spookiness around her. And then the next one is Witch's Hollow. Again, just a beautiful design. Absolutely love it. These are all things that I would love to stitch at some point. Also in the box was this, which I love. I'm going to have to find this. Gloves in a Bottle. This actually does work wonders. It actually says it's a hand shielding lotion, relief of creamy dry hands, non-greasy, lasts through washings, which is true because I put it on and went to work and I can wash my hands and it kind of stays on there. Dermatology approved. And it is awesome. It makes your hands feel silky smooth and keep you from snagging your stitching. So I love that. And we've got a little easel. That is part of the, I think that's for the wooden piece for this. So it's an easel for this. We got an actual drawing from Erin. So this is mine, which is so cute. I'm going to have to get a little frame for that to go in because I love it. I don't even want to paint it or color it or anything. I don't dare. It's just so cute. And then the last thing we got was a magnet, you know, a needle minder. And I thought mine was just so appropriate. I was surprised when I saw it. I said, oh, this is perfect because it says Sleepy Hollow. And that's what I'm stitching, Sleepy Hollow. So I'm going to have to stick that on my Sleepy Hollow piece. I don't normally use needle minders, but that is too stinking cute, and I want it on my needlework. And that was everything that was in the box. It was awesome. I was so happy to have ordered the kit. I thought it was well worth it. And I look forward to seeing what they come up with next. So that was my Autumn Lane stitchery. Another thing that I haven't mentioned to you guys that I got, and I forgot, this is the second time I video and I forgot, and I'm not going to get it because you all know exactly what I'm talking about, and that is the bat mirror at Joann's. I was able to get the bat mirror at Joann's. Helen D, my stores didn't have it at all. There was no way, you couldn't order it online. And Helen D sent out a message a month or so ago and said that the bat mirrors were now on Joann.com. If you want one, you know, jump on it. So I did, and I ordered it. It's sitting in my closet, and I have every intention of doing one of Autumn Lane's designs in the round so I can put it on that bat mirror. So I think I have picked out already in my head which one I need to purchase for it, but you know, you never know what they're going to come out with, so I'm waiting to see, but I definitely have my thought on one particular design that I want to do to put in that mirror. Thank you, Helen D, for letting us know about the bat mirror. It was a perfect frame to put those round designs in, so that was awesome. While I was out bopping around with my husband, we did go to one Michael's because I needed some floss, and I came upon this and I jumped for joy because this is old, and I was surprised to find it at a Michael's, but I was glad I did. These are the new colors of DMC. Now when I say the new colors, I don't mean that they're recent new colors. They're the last time they came out with new colors, and they're the ones that are dated. These are the numbers that are 3880 to 3895, the ones who are now discontinued and you can't get. And I found this with my coupon, $6 and I think 83 cents. And that's what the box looks like. So if you're at your Michael's, look for this if you want to pick up those DMC colors that have been discontinued. And I like to have all the DMC. So it's super cool that I got a box of it. I'm going to be looking anytime we go out at a Michael's. I'm going to stop and I'm going to check and see if they have these. The other things that I got were, I think I shared all that before. I never empty this box, I'm telling you. I got this cool, these are all on a resale site that I got these on. I got this cool witch's broom, which I thought was super cool. That's going to go with my horrible Hilda that my friend Karen sent me. I think it was Karen that sent me that. And I'm going to put that with horrible Hilda and make her into stand-up. I feel like I'm forgetting things, but anyway, I got these patterns on the resale group. This is Souvenirs of the Heart, Brenda Gervais. I told you, I'm into the Brenda Gervais thing all of a sudden. Isn't it funny how our tastes change as we go along? That we might see something and say, we're not really into that style, or we're not really into that designer, and then a couple years later you're like, oh, I need to get that designer stuff. This one is Mrs. Bun Me Tail. Again, Brenda Gervais. Plum Street Samplers, This Joyous Season. I always love Plum Street, but I don't stitch a lot of it, but I still collect them because one of these days I'll have time to stitch all these things. This is also a Brenda Gervais. This is the Snowball collection, which I absolutely adore. I've loved it since the time I first saw it. And what I really love is these ones on the back with the little snowman that I really need to do. Will they get done this year? I'm not sure. But they're on the short list of somewhere for me to get done. And then I picked up this Prairie Schooler book because I thought this was so adorable because it combines wool applique with cross stitch. And it is called Stockings, and it is wool applique stockings with little toppers that are cross stitch. So isn't that adorable? And those could hang on the tree. So, and of course it's got, you know, the designs for them on the back so you can cut them out. And I think that is it. I do need to do a redraw of the boxers, Lizzie Kate boxer that I was giving away a couple weeks ago. I have not heard from the person that I named that won this. So after this video, I will tack on a little update to redraw for this. So this is, it is a boxer, but it will come out of this plastic and just be sent. It is the pattern and the fabric for the design, whoops, and a charm, which I almost lost. There it is, a button. So it's the whole thing. I just won't be sending the plastic piece because this will be going first class mail, and it won't with that plastic on it. So again, I will redraw for that, and I will announce it on the end of this video. So pay attention. If you put in for this, watch till the end. Okay, I think that was all my show and tell for today. My husband, if you don't want to hear about the life updates or anything, we could say goodbye now. Just scroll to the very back of the video so you can check who won the drawing for that, and I will see you guys next time. For those of you that hung around, it's a lot going on. I went through and we went on vacation. We decided to stay in Kentucky, and we were going to travel around, which was really kind of fun. We went to Bardstown, Kentucky, which is a very touristy type town. It's a small town, but they do a lot of different events. We went there because they were having a fall festival, and I wanted to see the fall festival. I had not been in Bardstown to see it, so we went and walked around. We had lots of fun seeing all the booths with the food and the arts and crafts and stuff. Got a lot of ideas for different crafts I'd like to do. Reminding me that I didn't talk about that. This is my other crafty thing that I've gotten into, and let me finish my story and then I'll explain. So we did that, and we went to Bardstown. That was Saturday. On Sunday, it was our wedding anniversary. We booked ourselves a bread and breakfast for the night, and it was called Wildflower Ranch. And we had, if you go on their website, wildflowerranch.com, they are in Springfield, Kentucky, and we had the Sunflower Room, which was the biggest king bed room in the bed and breakfast, which was awesome. The room was huge. The place was really beautiful. We had a wonderful time. But what kind of topped it all off, and I was kind of surprised until we got there and we found out, we were the only guests there that night. So we had the whole inn to ourselves, and we were pampered by the owner, which was really fun because she was really great. And we had coffee, and we chit-chatted with her for a little bit. We sat in the living area, my husband and I worked on my cross stitch. He was reading a book, and it was nice and peaceful. There wasn't people there or kids running up and down or anything like that. And then we went up, and of course we were supposed to have a shared bathroom because there's 2 big rooms up there. They share a bathroom. We didn't have to share a bathroom because there was nobody there. We didn't have to lock the door at night because there was nobody there. And we had the most wonderful time. She made us breakfast in the morning, which was I think it was a frittata. It was an egg frittata, I think, and it was absolutely delicious. So we had a wonderful time at the bed and breakfast. Wonderful time at the bed and breakfast, enjoying our anniversary, which was 9 years. So that was fun. And then we left there and we started checking out different things. So we drove to Lincoln's Cabin, and we saw the birthplace of Lincoln and Lincoln's Cabin, and different things to that era, what was going on with Lincoln, which was really lots of fun. We went to the other state. So after that, we drove across to Eastern Kentucky, and we went to see, oh my God, her name went right out, Coal Miner's Daughter. What's her name? Isn't that horrible? Crystal Gale and Loretta Lynn. We went to go see Loretta Lynn's childhood home, and we met one of her cousins. I think it's a second cousin. He's the one who is there giving the tours of the house, and we took quite a few pictures there, and we had a great time. We stopped by Webb's General Store, which again was the second cousin, which was probably the third cousin's son, was there. We took pictures of the General Store and had a great time. We hit a lot of thrift stores, a lot of secondhand stores while we were out traveling. I found not only that little plastic tortilla tray that I showed you. I found a beautiful red winter's coat, which I absolutely love. It looked brand new. I got that. My husband got a couple of pair of jeans. We got different things, which was lots of fun. And then we headed home, and we spent the rest of the week at home with our little dog and the cats and doing things around the house like hanging stuff up. So that was lots of fun. I did finally get my MRI for my neck and spine, my neck and the rest of my spine. So next week I'll find the results of that. I did get a call this morning that the results are in, but I had to set up an appointment to talk to the doctor about it. So we'll see how bad it is at this point. I know that I have degenerative disc disease and my spine is crooked. So it is causing me a lot of pain in my neck, my upper back, and my lower back. So I am hoping that when I go in to see the doctor at the pain management at the hospital, they're the ones that had the MRI done, and they're the ones that are going to decide if they're going to be able to give me some pain medication for dealing with this while I'm working and stuff, which hopefully they'll be able to figure it out and it won't be as bad as I think it's going to be. But we will see. So I had that going on, and that is about it. I can't think of anything else. Oh, we were talking about my husband and I lost a lot of weight, so I know you guys can't tell it on the camera, but my husband's lost about 35 pounds. I've lost 40. And so we've been going through clothes like crazy, and that's one of the reasons why we started going to the thrift store to buy clothes, because as we were dropping weight, we didn't want to buy new clothes and be loose again and buy new clothes. So I took all of our old jeans and I started cutting them up to make a quilt. So I have a lot of jeans, especially his men's jeans, to cut up. And I've already deconstructed a lot of his jeans already. I think I got a couple more pair to do. And then I started cutting them into, I think 9-inch, and which would make them 8 inches, and then 5-inch, which would make them 4-inch squares. And I think I'm going to do a rag quilt. That's my plan, to do a rag quilt with a flannel. So I've got to go and get some flannel fabric, get some batting. I need 100% wool batting to go in between each of the panels, and I think I'm going to do that through the winter and see if I can make a quilt out of all our jeans, and maybe make some hats and purses too. We'll see how much I got left over. So I do have plans of working on that as well. I've gotten into that, and I think that is it. I can't think of anything else. My tea's probably cold with all this talking, but I think that's it. So my plan at this point is to work on the stuff that I've talked about. I do have new starts coming up for my birthday, for New Year's, and for Snow Day, and then I have a lot of other things I need to work on. And I also have wool applique I want to do. I want to finish cutting out the thing and start the quilting, break up the rest of my wool, and that should keep me pretty busy. When will I video again? Well, my days off are Friday and Saturday now, so it'll be on a Friday or Saturday. It's a Thursday today because I'm doing it after work, but I don't normally do it this time of day. And I'm not sure if it's going to fall every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, because I'm working on different projects and I may not have a lot to show. So we're going to have to see it out. So you will see a video from me 2 or 3 weeks from now, and it will be on a Friday or a Saturday. Sometimes I'll video on Friday. I may not be able to get it uploaded till Saturday, but we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope my rambling didn't drive you nuts. If you're here for the first time, yes, I am this scrambled all the time, and you're just going to have to deal with it if you want to hang around and see what I'm working on. I have plans of doing a video that is going to be a newbie type cross-stitch tips and tricks. Different things you can do as a newbie to make it easier for you. So I don't know when I will get that video. Hopefully I'll get that video before the next time I come out for a regular update. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, I started my own Facebook group. It is mostly for my Kentucky stitchers that want to get together in the town that's close to me, which is Somerset. I was trying to find people that wanted to start a group that wanted to meet once a month for a get-together meetup, a stitching meetup. And because we have several stitching meetups throughout the state of Kentucky, but the problem is that we don't have any of them south. They're all in the major cities with Louisville and Lexington and stuff, but we don't have anything in the central south. So I thought I would start something, even if it's 3 or 4 or 5 people, and we could get together and meet up once a month, and then maybe do a Zoom call once a month. So if you're interested, not in the meetup because I know you cannot come to the meetup, but if you're interested in maybe joining the Zoom call, you can certainly join my group, which is called Lake Cumberland Stitchers. There are 3 questions that you have to answer in order to get into the group. And then I will set up stitchy calls. I might do 2 different ones. I might do one just for the Kentucky girls, and then I might do one for everyone. And maybe we'll have them twice a month and do stitchy calls. They will either be on a Friday or a Saturday because that's when I am off. And we'll see how that goes and if I can keep a steady schedule, because the stitchy calls may be an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's what I'm thinking, you know, because people are talking and stitching and talking about what's new and stuff like that. I think around an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 2 hours is a good time frame for a stitchy call. So you can come and go as you please, kind of thing. So if you want to join, it's like Cumberland Stitchers on Facebook. You're more than welcome to join. And hopefully as I get the group a little grown, we'll do little challenges and stuff on the group, and then we'll do the meetups and we'll do the Zoom calls and stuff like that. Well, I better go because this is getting longer than I ever expected it to be. So I thank you to everyone who has come to spend a little time with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you had a great Halloween. We have the holiday coming in November, December, so all of us will be very busy with the holidays. So catch up with me when you can. And in the meantime, happy stitching, and I will see you soon. Bye. I don't know what I did with it now. I thought it was right here. It is. Okay, so I had mentioned that I would pick another winner for the boxer. And funny thing is, she was the only one who commented with the word boxer. So I guess I'm going to keep this for the time being and maybe give it to somebody in the near future. And we will not draw another name because there is not another name. So thank you so much. Next video, we'll do another giveaway. We'll do some kind of giveaway next video. So you guys take care. Bye.